had 24 hours to sit on it. I'm still depressed, but the realization has set in here, BT. The Jets season is over. You've had now... And by the way, yesterday I couldn't avoid... Everywhere I went yesterday, BT went nuts, blah, blah, blah. It was going nuts about the rant. 24 hours later, how do you feel? Have you come to the realization now that, I know you were fired up yesterday, all pumped up, but in reality, the Jets season is, come on, it's over.
Well, I've come to two realizations. Number one, I admit I'm an absolute lunatic. I mean, that visual is frightening. Number two, I feel further emboldened to dig in. Not scream and yell. I can't recreate that. I'm not even going to attempt to. But, the genesis of the point yesterday, see, when I look at any situation, right, it applies to all the teams in our city. I'll look at two things. Number one, the state of the team that we're talking about, obviously, and then the state of the conference or division that they're in that could lead to favorable or bad circumstances for the team that we're discussing. So what does all that mean? Well, if you put Zach Wilson aside for a moment, but if you actually look at the Jets from top to bottom, I think they've got among the most talented rosters in football. People could dispute that. That's fine. That's my opinion. I think a lot of it's backed up on tape. Okay, so I'm very bullish on the Jets' talent. Then I look at the state of the AFC, and while it's really good, I don't know that it's quite as potent as many, including myself, many people positioned it to be to start the season. Now, I know it's only one weekend, but there's been a couple of injuries. The Ravens lost their star running back. The Browns lost one of their star offensive linemen. There's other injuries to come. Yeah, those injuries could also come to the Jets. I get that part of the equation. The Bills are regressing. Listen, Josh Allen.
It's 1 week, though.
But Josh Allen was not quite the same player a year ago. The Jets messed with him last year as well.
Right.
And they hurt him. They beat him. Zach Wilson beat him. They had a couple of turnovers.
But the Bills still were one of the better teams in the league last year.
I agree. There's no doubt. They absolutely were. I just think that I look at what Zach has to do for the Jets to be a playoff team. And I believe that they will be a playoff team. And I don't think it's that hard. And I also have...
let me ask you, BT. Sorry to interrupt you.
No, that's all good.
Playoff, big deal.
What do you mean big deal?
See, 2 days ago, it was Super Bowl or bust.
I didn't say that.
No, but that's the feel with the Jets. It's Rodgers, it's Super Bowl or bust. Here we go. If we were to talk about it, the Jets were to make the postseason and lose a game or just win one round, it wouldn't have been good enough. That's now out the window.
Disagree. Listen, I can't speak for anybody but myself. I'm going to take you back to a year. Todd Bowles, 2015, Jets go 10-6. I know you know it well.
Yeah.
Fitzpatrick, Decker, Marshall. All right. So if the Jets would have won that final week up in Buffalo, we got crushed. Fitzpatrick was terrible. They would have been a playoff team, and I would have been excited. No question. As a Jets fan, you take the playoff appearances when they come. You embrace them all, no matter the circumstances. But deep down, we all knew that we were watching a season and a team where there was no chance of sustained success. Number one, Fitzpatrick was, this transient overachiever, and we respected him, but come on. It's Ryan Fitzpatrick, dude.
Journeyman,
that's the word I was really looking for. Marshall, beast, getting older. Decker, big-time season, getting older. You knew that team was, even if they backdoor, they're a playoff team that year, they're not going to be building out for 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 years as a team with a chance to win a championship. So the reason why, Sal, I never looked at this season as a championship or a bust. I think that was unfair because the Jets are going to be good for a long time. And that's what I think.
Well, but how could you say that
because of their talent
with Aaron Rodgers at the helm? They were not built with Aaron Rodgers to have sustained success with longevity here. They were built to win now, maybe 1 year, maybe 2 years, maybe cross your fingers 3. I would think now that's out the window, but this was a win now team. You're an odds guy. You talk about Vegas, knowing what they're doing and talking about that. The Jets were 16-1 with Rodgers there, and now they're 50 or 60-1 to win the Super Bowl.
They're basically off the board at this point, which I understand.
And that's kind of my point.
The board's always right.
No, but the expectations for the Jet fan, and I get that you got to save face. It's week 1. You didn't even.
I don't have to save anything. I honestly believe it. I swear, I believe this team is good. They are good.
I'm not arguing they can't be good, but the expectations going in were, here we go, let's embrace this. They're the it team. They're going to go on, take on the best. They have a shot to be the best in the AFC.
Yep.
Whether the result was Super Bowl or not. That's a different story. Like, say the Jets got there or just got to the championship game or won a couple games in the postseason. Like, whether you accepted that as a successful season, that's a different story than the realization that since Rodgers now goes down after 4 plays, dude, the season is over. It's been torpedoed. That's it. Even if the Jets have a good future, even if they make the postseason this year, so what?
No, you can't say so what for a team that never gets there. This needs to be restated. I know you know this because I said it a few times last week. The New York Jets are the proud owners. Come on down. Here's your prize. The proud owners of the longest playoff drought in North American team sports. We cannot minimize a wild card, if not more. I'm not even conceding the division. I'm truly not. I get it. Without Rodgers, they aren't nearly as sexy, as exciting, despite the viewership the other night, which, by the way, was the most viewed Monday Night Football game since 2009.
Hard to believe, actually.
Yeah, when Brett Favre played the Packers as a Viking. I mean, wait, hold on. No. Yes.
I don't know. I didn't see that one.
Yeah. But it was 2009, right? So I think about that. So without Rodgers, I get it. Network executives are saying, geez, we're going to have this potential Sunday night matchup with Zach Wilson. It's going to be 30-10 against Kansas City. I get that. Understood. But that doesn't mean that that's the script. Listen, I think that there is a time, and I think we're all guilty of it, when our optimism is largely baseless. Like it's born out of desperation and mental self-preservation. All of the positive energy that I'm conjuring up in the last day or so, and will continue to do so until the product shows me otherwise, is based on what my eyes see.
Whoa.
This defense is sick.
I'm not arguing that, but it's 1 week with this defense. I thought the defense was overrated last year, and it's different. Dude, what have your eyes seen in Zach Wilson that would make you confident? Like, I'm not knocking him. I like Zach Wilson, but the reality is it went from knowing what quarterback you had and expecting this team to be a playoff team and a team that could do damage in the postseason to now evaluating, again, the head coach and the quarterback. Like, that's why, to me, the season's over. It's completely changed. They may exceed the new expectations. Maybe they give you a playoff game and you have hope. The reality is the season as we knew it for the Jets is over. It went down with Rodgers, unfortunately.
Okay, so here's what you talk about change. Here's what needs to change, and I know it already started. Hackett. Hackett better change the way he deploys Zach. Now let me throw that. Just imagine watching and again, assuming the defense is healthy and the defense is flowing and they're disruptive and they're getting not 3 or 4 turnovers, but 1 or 2 a game, maybe even just 1, couple sacks, a lot of pressures. The defense doing its job. You got a kicker, you got a punter, you got a specialist on return. So all of a sudden you've got 2 of the 3. Think about this: 2 of the 3 elements that are paramount. You might have 2 of the 3 better units in all of football. Can the Jets, Hackett, devise a plan where every week you get Zach in space? He's going to have to run a little bit. And if he gets hurt, he gets hurt. But you get Zach in space for a 13-yard bootleg run, a 17-yard gash. And once you do that, I don't need 5 times. I don't need him to be Lamar Jackson. Do it once or twice a game. Once that's on film, things loosen up a little bit. And then what happens? Breece Hall and Dalvin Cook destroy you. And then once that happens and the running game is killing it, and it's going to kill it all year, you get 2, 3, 4 gas plays a year. There's Garrett Wilson for 30. There's a tight end down the seam for 20. They can't do that and score 24 points and win games?
No.
I believe that they can. I know that they can.
We're going to find out whether they can or they can't. But to me, the devastation of the Rodgers injuries just takes away from what we expected this season to be. BT and Sal here on the Fan. Our friends at Town Fair Tire remind you that at Town Fair Tire, you always get the guaranteed lowest price on name brand tires from Connecticut to Maine. Nobody beats Town Fair Tire. Nobody. Tino is calling from Staten Island. What's up, Tino?
Hey, guys. Good morning. Brandon, first, I want to address you. Your rant yesterday was one of the best things. It gave me goosebumps in my body listening to it. That's how much I loved it. I must have listened to about 15 times and then sent it to all my buddies in Jet Nation that follow the Jets.
Nice.
I literally loved it. I literally listened to it this morning as I'm driving to work again, just to get me amped up to continue that there's a season to go, and I think there's optimism.
And by the way, thank you, Tito. By the way, we've got a whole host of unkillable T-shirts being printed as we speak.
I will be the first one to buy it. Please.
No, I'm not selling them. I'm going to hand them out. I'm not looking to make money off it. I'm going to hook a few of you guys up with them.
All right. So I don't know if you remember, I used to call you. I'm the guy from Staten Island that played a little D-college basketball.
I remember you. I remember you, Tino.
Okay. So Brandon.
Yes.
Here regarding Rodgers, quickly. I tore my Achilles this time.
Oh, no, I can't. I'm sorry, Tina. I can't take it anymore.
What are you doing to the guy?
I can't take it anymore. He's kissing your ass for 5 minutes. There's a two-man show here. Get to the point.
Oh, wait. Did I have too much airtime yesterday with my rant?
No, I'm not worried about that. Like, get to the point.
Well,
like,
I mean,
I let it go with the video. That's fine. And talking about his old days and playing basketball. I don't want to hear about Tito's torn ACL. Nobody gives a crap. No offense. Or torn Achilles. I keep doing that. Second time I did that. Yesterday
torn ACL?
Yeah, the torn Achilles. Nobody cares. Get to your point. I wanted to hear why he said the Jet season isn't over. And this is the other thing. I've had enough of it. You, Beningo, all these Jet fans out. Beningo of all people.
I got to tell you, a little surprised with Joe's delivery yesterday.
Mr. Pessimistic. There's never been a more pessimistic sports fan to walk the face of this earth. And he's saying, I'm taking on the challenge. Here come it's over. Joe, you know it. BT, you know it. The season is over. It went down, sadly, with Aaron Rodgers. Now you guys, delusional Jet fans, are relying on Zach Wilson, who's accomplished squat in this league, to take you to the postseason? What is going on here? Like, come back down to earth.
It's going to be a fun ride. I mean, you do know the Jets won that game the other night. The Bills are winless in the division. The Jets have won. The Chargers always charge. The Bengals have a loss. Joe Burrow's calf is barking. Ravens have injuries. So do the Browns.
Watch Miami be the team. That would really stick it to Jets.
That would stick it. But you know what? They
Tua
gave up
stays healthy.
Yeah. Tua is.
I'd love to see that matchup too. Jets defense, assuming health. Jets defense versus Miami's offense.
That's true. Because the way it used to go with the Jets and the Dolphins, you go back to like Kenny O and Wesley. I'm talking about slightly after the Mud Bowl game in '82. Those were high-scoring games. Like the Jets secondary couldn't stop those receivers, and they couldn't stop the Jets. It was like, what was that overtime? 54-45. That wouldn't happen with this team. I wonder, and again, that's so far down the road, but yeah, that's a good point.
First one is the Friday?
Yeah, I'll be there for that. I'll be at 3 p.m. I'll be there.
Obviously,
you coming to the game?
No, I'm not coming to the
game.
You bring Rodgers back, maybe I'll be there. All my hopes of going to the Jet games have gone out the window. The season's over, BT.
Okay, I want you, now I am firmly on the record, they will be a playoff team. When you say the season's over, I know what you mean. I don't agree, but I know what you mean.
I think they can make the postseason.
Okay, I was going to say it's too nebulous for me. Will the Jets be a playoff team? Yes or no?
I need to think that one through a little bit.
Well, you had all night to think about it. You need another 2 weeks?
Here's why.
You see how many games they win in the next 2 weeks?
We saw 1 week. I'll give you an answer after Sunday night or after Sunday afternoon. We saw 1 week of football. So I know what the Jets are going to be. Like, they'll be okay. Mm-hmm. I like Zach Wilson. I don't believe in Zach Wilson. I'm rooting for him. I do think the defense will be good enough to keep them in the mix. But I think them making the postseason depends on the rest of the AFC. And it's funny to hear you say the AFC now all of a sudden is weaker. But yeah, with the Giants, it's like, oh, no, I think the Seahawks are great and the Lions are great. Like, that's part of my argument, if not a big part of it, why the Giants could be a postseason team.
Yep.
Because the NFC is weak.
Like the same team that didn't score a point Sunday night in their own crib, a team that they haven't beaten 12 out of 13 times. That's the team that you're going to prop up more so than the Jets.
No, but the argument was that the NFC is a little bit weaker, right? So if the AFC is not what we thought, Bengals, Bills, Chiefs, then it's a little bit easier for the Jets to maybe get in the postseason. So put it this way. If I were to say the Jets are going to make the playoffs, it would be because of the other teams, not because of anything that they do. I don't believe in the head coach, and I don't believe in the quarterback because I haven't seen anything. I want to believe. I think he's got potential. Mm-hmm. I'm not writing him off like 95% of the fans in this town. People have written off Zach Wilson for years, since week one of year one for him. So I've not done that yet. I still think there's potential there. However, we need to see it.
But that's why I'm surprised by this. You're one of those few guys like me.
Right.
I'm obviously deeper into it than you. and not fandom, but like I honestly think his skill set is salvageable enough, and you got to coach him up, blah, blah, blah. And he's got to correct some stuff. He better clean some messes up. I totally grant you that. But you never abandoned Zach Wilson at his lowest moment, the Patriots game, like almost everybody else did.
But there's reasons because of it, right? Like, we believe in something. We watch him. You could see some talent there. And I do like his attitude. I know the cockiness was bad, but I do like his attitude. The other thing is they put him in a position to fail.
Yep.
That's it. Like, if they had him set up for success and he failed, then it would be on him. I don't think we've given Zach Wilson a fair chance. Us, the media, the fans, the team themselves. I want to see it. Now, this is going to be it for him. But I can't sit here definitively and say, well, he is the guy, because I've never seen any evidence that he is the guy.
Gotcha. All right, just wanted to distinguge.
And I'm sorry for being quick there with Tito.
They're going to hang up on everybody today, are you?
Hey, I might.
What if everybody praises the video?
No, the video's fine. I have no issues with that.
I know.
Hey, we started with the video. Then it's he's talking about his basketball
his
days.
Achilles. Well, the funniest thing is,
Achilles, like, bro.
when we try to, parallel our injuries with, because I had the Achilles too. Nobody wants to hear about my arduous, rehab or how long it took to get back to the golf course. I'm not a pro.
Right.
I get that part.
Exactly right. Michael's calling from Brooklyn. What's up, Michael?
Mikey.
What's going on, boys? How's everything?
Hey,
What's up, Michael?
So, obviously devastated. Tough hit. But I got to say, Sal, I could not agree with you more. I know you needed this after the last caller. This is, Brandon, what you're doing to us is you're killing you're giving false hope to the team. Zach is trash, the worst quarterback in the league.
How were they 7-4 last year?
Not because of him, right?
Did you hold on, Mike? Mike, I get it. I get it.
I just want to finish my point.
I'm not going to hang up. Sal might hang up on you. I promise I
got
won't.
the controls today, baby.
Today it's his day. I promise we won't hang up. I'll let you get that point in.
Okay, good.
The only thing is, I get it. First of all, Joe Flacco won the game in Cleveland a year ago. It wasn't Zach. He was still hurt. Understood. But that pretty epic comeback in Pittsburgh against a team we never win against, especially there, he made plays. The home win against the Buffalo Bills on third down, he made a sick throw right to the numbers. He executed.
He couldn't make the throw. Nobody's arguing he can't make a throw.
Okay, but he's done.
Consistent quarterback.
Okay.
So all he's doing, you're giving us, maybe we'll make the playoffs. I'm saying you go.
I'm not saying maybe. I'm saying definitely.
Okay, fine. You'll get a competent quarterback like a Brissett or something like that. I think you still have a chance. You're a contender still. Why are you taking a gamble on Zach? Why?
Well, Mike,
but
okay, Mike. Now I got you. So
it's changed?
But Mike, can you give him 2 days to file some clerical work with the injury and to find the backup?
Last year, he's garbage.
Jeez.
We saw last year, he's garbage.
They're gonna have another quarterback on the roster, Mike.
And thanks for the call. Now,
Thanks,
I did hang
buddy.
up on you. See, I disagree there saying Wilson's trash, worst quarterback in the league.
He's not trash.
Last year, different story. This year, when we come back, we'll come back. I want to get to the calls, too. We're going to do the rankings. We did it with Daniel Jones. I want to do it and see where we think. We'll go over some of the names in the AFC and see where we would put Wilson right now. Brandon Tierney, Sal Licata, more of your calls on the other side, 877-337-6666.